Hello neighbors, it's Brad here at eTrailer, and today I'm with Greg from B&W, and we're taking a look at some of their products a little bit more up close. And in this case, we're actually able to see the underbed gooseneck kit, not underneath the truck, so we can kind of get a better look at it. So what do we have here today?
Absolutely. This is our B&W turnover ball. This particular model here is the 1123 for Ford trucks, up to the 23 model year newer. The turnover ball itself hasn't really changed over the years. Still using a square socket going down into a round receiver, so it's not making contact on the ball all the way down. It bolts up to the frame using existing holes, so there's no welding or drilling on the truck. The handle comes out, driver's side wheel well, pull it out, give it a little kick towards the cab, it locks in place. That allows you to take the ball out, turn it upside down, and get a clean flat level bed.
Now, specific to B&W is the square style turnover ball. What's the pros and cons of the square style versus your typical round?
The pros with the square is we're using a square top, so we're holding the ball really tight up at the top. Down in the bottom of the receiver, it's round, so we're only making contact on the four corners of the ball. That allows dirt and debris to migrate down through and out the hole in the bottom of the receiver. It also prevents so much contact and helps prevent it from wanting to seize in place.
Which is something that's highly underrated until you're having to fight one that is seized, and then you're in a world of hurt. And that's a really thoughtful design, and the fact that you don't have to worry about storing this somewhere in your truck. The fact that you can flip this over, there's a handle in place, keeps it all in place, so it's ready to go whenever you need it. Really cool design. And going along with that, you said no drilling required to get these mounted up. I've installed quite a bit of underbed gooseneck kits, and a lot of times, a lot of different brands can be pretty tedious. They don't really go together as well as you'd like. B&W, really, we don't have those options. Everything just goes together really well. All the hardware is super high quality, and that's what makes you guys the premium name in the towing world. The name B&W just really stands out to anyone that's out there towing. Any other features on this underbed gooseneck kit that we want to take a look at?
Yes, actually going back to the square design, with this square receiver, it does allow us to use several other accessories with this. One of our most popular is a 4-inch hitch extender that scoots the ball back 4 inches and gives 4 inches of turning clearance on short bed trucks. And if it was a round receiver, it would just spin. So that square receiver gives us that ability to hold that in place and use accessories like that. We also have a kingpin and an eyelet. For any type of gooseneck trailer that's out there, we're going to have an accessory that will allow you to tow it.
Now with that offset, that's great. It'll give you that clearance around the cab corners. Does that lower towing capacity at all?
It does. It will reduce the towing capacity to 20,000 pounds.
Which is still pretty heavy duty. So.
Correct.
So neighbor gets a underbed gooseneck kit installed. They're ready to tow a gooseneck trailer, but say they have a travel trailer with fifth wheel. How do they go about getting a fifth wheel to be able to tow that?
Well, with our turnover ball, it's actually very simple. When the ball comes out, obviously you've got that empty receiver, and we do have a companion fifth wheel that has a single post that drops right down in there. You'll trip your latch pin through. There's one bolt that you tighten up, no additional hardware, and you set the coupler head on and you've got your fifth wheel. It easily comes back out, so you can go back and gooseneck the fifth wheel very quickly and very rapidly to pull your toys on the weekend and get back to work on Monday.
Awesome. Now, is there any, as far as greasing or maintenance, any tips that you'd recommend to anyone that has the underbed gooseneck kit?
Yes, the maintenance on these is actually very simple. You want to keep the shank of the ball sprayed down with some white lithium grease, and I recommend doing that when you change oil in the truck.
As far as latch mechanism, do you need to touch that at all?
Not really. It self-cleans itself with the vibrations and everything, just doesn't allow dust to build up on it.
Excellent. Huge thanks to Greg from B&W for taking the time to show us their underbed gooseneck kit.
Yes, we appreciate it. Thank you for having us. It's always a pleasure being here at eTrailer.
So hopefully this gives you a little bit more insight and being able to see an underbed gooseneck kit without being underneath the truck. And hopefully this helps you decide if this is the right style and kit for your truck.